Hello, 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 and welcome back to Chaos Man. That was funny. Dream Queen by Perla, Chaos Management by Dream Queen is my Patreon page. Not where we're at right now. Anyways, air signs. This is your weekly reading for the week of July 5th through the 12th. That was funny. But that's what I was picking up because I was like, miscommunication. There is a lot of miscommunication. You're having a hard time this week getting your point across. You're having a hard time this week either relating to others or trying to understand what others are trying to say, or having a hard time with others understanding what you're trying to say, or vice versa. So don't mind the noise, guys. I do have a fan going, but I do feel that this miscommunication energy that I'm sensing for you, air signs, has a lot to do with unfinished business from the past. So things that were never really clarified, things that you either you or someone around you felt that they had to either lie about or hide. Let's put it that way. So, because whoever you're having that miscommunication with, whether at work, friends, co-workers, family members, lovers, ex-lovers, whatever it is, whomever it is, it's because the core issue there is that there is no trust, because either you yourself or the other person or both or everybody involved in it always had to lie. Let's put it this way. We're never really honest with each other. So because of either, months or years of dishonesty to each other, it's just kind of getting worse, because it's like you would have somebody tell you, let's say they'll tell you something one day, and then the next day, or like not even the next day, like 5 or 6 minutes later, they're going ahead and they're changing the story, and you're kind of like, that's not what you said. Or somebody may be saying this to you. I do feel that if air signs, if you have gotten into a habit of like the little white lies or anything like that, you're being pushed or forced this week to go ahead and recognize that about yourself, because somebody's kind of calling you out on it, if that makes any sense. And it's like that is going to be very hard for the air signs to accept, because maybe, and this is just a maybe, your intentions behind, I sit on a stability ball, guys, so just don't mind me. If maybe your intentions for the white lies, your intentions from admitting part of the truth was because you were trying to avoid hurting someone, or you were trying to be nice, or you were trying not to offend someone, or you just kind of wanted to honestly, like, either not do or not be around people, or do what they were asking you to do, or whatever it was during that time. But instead of being honest about it, you just started with these little things of starting up like little lies. And it's like eventually either people started to lose trust in you, or in your word, or just communication just kind of got off whack, got off track, because of the simple fact that you couldn't keep up with how many lies you were telling, or how many white little lies you were telling to different people. So this week does feel a little bit heavier for the air signs, because of the fact that you are going to be made aware of how, even if you're trying to, even if you're making up a lie, or even if you're involved in like a secret or a lie or something like that, it's because it doesn't really matter whether your intentions are to spare someone's feelings or not. It is the act of being dishonest that you're being forced to face during this week. So And this may not be, for some of you, this may be just internally within yourself. What are you being dishonest about yourself with? What are you not wanting to accept within yourself? What are you hiding from yourself if this is not involved other individuals? Ooh. Regardless of whatever is going on, this week there is a catching up to what you have invested in the past. So whatever you put out, whether if it was with ill intention or good intentions, you're reaping that back. So if that has to do with these little white lies, it is not so much that, your entire world is gonna shattered and you're gonna, no, it's not about that. It's about you're getting your karma in a sense or in a way of having to start or to continue on with that inner work that maybe you have been avoiding, or that inner work that you have been kind of pushing aside or setting aside. So it's like there's no excuses for the air signs this week when it comes to really taking a really good look at yourself, really seeing what is at the core of you, and really seeing what it is that you are to balance this week. I mean, you can try and push it, you can try and hide, you can try and do whatever it is, but sooner or later during this week, there's going to be a moment where you're not going to be able to hide, you're not going to be able to suppress it, you're not going to be able to push it aside. You're going to have to deal with it, and you're going to have to accept that part of yourself. And, when individuals face situations like that, when you're forced to face something about yourself that you were in denial about, something that you didn't want to face, trust from experience, it is so much easier or so much smoother to do it when you are intuitively being asked to do it versus when you are forced or pushed into a situation. So again, with the air signs, if we look at last week's reading, you guys have been giving enough time to face whatever it is that you're supposed to face, and to come out, to come clean, to do whatever it is that you have been asked to do. And it's like time has run out when it comes to this week. You're going to be forced to face it. Let's put it that way. And again, guys, if air signs, if this is not you, this can be somebody that you're dealing with, cross watchers, whoever, whatever, whomever is watching. I'm just going ahead and giving the message how I see them. And no, I do not have anything against air signs. I'm actually, I do have Libra and Aquarius in my chart, and both my sisters are Libra. So, let's just put it that way. For those of you, and again, this is going to be for maybe just one or two people. There's somebody that as a child was abused. Now, this can be either physically abused, sexually abused, or mentally abused. The challenge for you this week is to allow yourself to forgive yourself for blaming yourself. Allow yourself to forgive yourself for blaming yourself. Allow yourself to forgive yourself for blaming yourself. Allow yourself, and I'm repeating it because I feel like it's not getting through. Allow yourself to forgive yourself for blaming yourself. You were a child. There were individuals, adults, that were brought into this world, into this earth to protect you. If they failed for whatever the reason, or if they were the one that inflicted that type of pain onto you, know that that is not your fault. Now, what you choose to do moving forward, how you choose to heal from that, it is up to you. Now, I always say when it comes to awakening, when it comes to dealing with things from the past, it's not going to be the same for everyone. So instead of jumping into the healing process for that, let's say how people that, let's say, people that you follow had done it or things like that, take some time and really listen to your intuition, how it is that you're going to be able to heal that, that it's going to work for you without pushing you to that breaking point where you just want to give up. So again, go ahead and listen to your intuition. Some of you are going to need intense therapy with somebody that is professionally either licensed. I want to say licensed because there are some deep rooted things there that have caused you to kind of go down like a spiraling roll, like down your life, choices that you have made, things that you have done, etc. So for some of you, if you have already sought professional help, like from a therapist, and it's like once that part or that phase of the professional help with the therapist is over, is when you will be able to move into that phase or that space of spiritually healing that, if that makes sense. That doesn't make sense to me, but it's going to make sense to somebody. Either you're missing, and I feel that way that I'm saying it is probably because you're missing a certain connection when it comes to like our thoughts, and when it comes to our emotions and spirituality. There's a lot that still has not become clear. So instead of trying to heal that at the moment from a spiritual aspect point, you're being asked or being advised to first start with a professional therapist to help you unload that kind of little by little, so that it's not so overwhelming and it's not so hard to take in or to process. Alrighty. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to use my Españolas cards. I'm pulling out a card for Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. And that's all I have for you guys. If you feel that the reading resonated with you and you are interested in a private reading, all that information is down below. So I'm going to pull out 3 cards, Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. These are the cards that are used for the Patreon readings, and all that information is down below. I do not have the individual zodiac signs. It's part of a package. You get like all 12 check-ins. They're about 2 to 4 minutes each. No, those are not 2 to 4. Those are about 5 to 10 minutes each. Sorry. And I believe they're like $5 for the month. And again, you can find that information for Patreon down below. So we have Libra, Gemini, but these are the cards that are used for the weekly zodiac check-ins. Gemini, not today. I already have them bent this way, so just way better. Gemini. 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 So Gemini is, if I scared you, if you were a Gemini, you were the one that was, with the childhood abuse. The intention was not to scare you. The intention is to help you, to kind of give you guidance when it comes to getting started with healing that. Gemini. And Aquarius. 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 All right. So, Libra, we have the King of Wands. Came out across. So, with this, Libra, just make sure that the time for you to go ahead and start to speak up, the time for communication for this week, regardless of how hard you think it is, regardless of how hard it may seem, just know that if you follow your intuition, if you follow what you're being guided to do, if you follow what you're being guided to say, you should be able to come out of this, to come out of all of the miscommunication, because you are kind of given the green light to go ahead and kind of speak your piece, or allow somebody to speak their piece, allow somebody to go ahead and say what they have to say, so that it can just be ended with, whatever the situation is. So I'm going to pull out one of the Rebel deck cards. I usually pull out, this is usually something that either is hidden, or something that we don't want to admit to ourselves, or something that just may help you during this week. So they broke your heart. Fuck them. And again, if this communication has to do with somebody that betrayed you, somebody that hurt you, somebody that made you feel less than or whatever, you have to allow yourself to forgive this individual or those individuals. You have to go ahead, and if they want to apologize, let them apologize. Allowing somebody to apologize does not necessarily mean that you have to allow them back into your life, or that you have to allow yourself to interact with those energies or those individuals. It also does not mean that you have to take this person back. But I do feel, again, that there is things that, and maybe you broke someone's heart. Who knows, you know? Again, these are just general readings, but these are the energies that I'm picking up. So go ahead and, you know, allow yourself to apologize, and allow somebody to apologize. But it does not mean that you have to keep these individuals in your life. And don't go into an energy, and I know, Libra. Do not go into an energy of wanting to get vengeance, because I feel like that's what you guys might want to go into. Gemini, we have the Knight of Cups. See, he's holding the cup out, but he's facing the other way. So, Gemini, there's something, if, again, I felt the energy heavier when I was into the Gemini energy itself. But again, the abuse can apply to any of the three. Or maybe you have Gemini, Gemini placing as well as in your chart. But the thing is, like, know that you're loved. Know that you don't have to shut everyone out. Not everyone is going to hurt you. Not everyone is going to take advantage of you. Not everybody is out to get you. Because it's like you want to go into things, you want to go into healings, you kind of want to get to the end of something without having to feel it, or without having to deal with your emotions, if that makes any sense. And it's like, it's not going to work that way. You're going to have to go in, and you're going to have to feel those emotions. You're going to have to go ahead and feel those things. You got a feeling you just can't shake. That little voice inside you, listen to that shit. So again, it's like you're being asked, you have been asked to go ahead and go inward to deal with whatever it is that you have to deal with. So do not put it off any longer. Do not procrastinate any longer. Go ahead and deal with whatever it is that you have to deal with. Gemini. I was going to say air signs, but it's Gemini. And Aquarius, we have the Three of Wands. And we have the 2 on the top and then the 1. Usually, I'm not exactly sure which is which, but this is what upright feels like to me. Let's put it that way. What I'm sensing here with this 3 of Wands is be careful this week that as you are uncovering or you are digging deep down into your emotions, your feelings and things like that, that you're listening to yourself, that you're following your own intuition, that you're following what it is that you are feeling, what it is that you're being guided to do, and do not allow the outside where did I put it, the outside influences to take lead, if that makes any sense. Detox. So during this week, detox, drink a smoothie, unfriend an asshole, and throw some shit out. So this week, your detox is about listening to your own intuition and not so much as to what you're being told to do or what you're being asked to do, but what you're feeling that you're being guided to do during this time, Aquarius. Well, guys, that's all that I have for you at this time. As always, thank you for all the love and support. And the candle's kind of blinding me. No, seriously, thank you for all the love and support. I will see you guys back next week. Sending every single one of you love, strength, and blessing. Take care, guys. Love you. Bye-bye. And where's my mouse?